Hi, welcome back to Lens Pro. I'm going to show you how to do a natural foundation and makeup application. Now, that's a little deceiving because there's a little bit of work that goes into that. It's not less makeup, it's correcting your skin and looking as if you are the most beautiful you without seeing the makeup. You want to pick a tinted moisturizer, or you can even use the foundation you already have and add your moisturizer to it. It needs to be real close to the natural skin color that you have, and you want to really work it into your skin and so it really melts down into your skin. I'm using my hands for this application because it's just warms the foundation up and makes it real pliable, but you can also use a sponge or a beauty blender, and you want to really make sure you blend that down into your skin and make sure you take it down onto your neck, and you can also blend it down onto your ears, and you just want to make sure it's real feathered into your skin so you don't have any lines. And you want to choose a concealer that is very close to your skin tone. And by your skin tone, I mean the color of your neck down here. I'm putting the concealer on the darker spots on my skin, around my eyes, where I have any blemishes, and just any shadows kind of around my mouth, under my eyes, in the corner of my eyes, and I'm using it directly from the concealer applicator that I have. When blending this into the skin, you want to take a damp beauty blender or any damp sponge and just kind of pat it into the skin so you have a seamless, flawless finish. When concealing any blemish areas, you want to use a small tool or your finger and just blend out the areas around the blemish. Not really so much right on the blemish itself, just feather the foundation or concealer out around the blemish, just into your skin so it almost disappears into your skin, and then take the sponge and kind of take the rest off. So I'm going to actually take a cream blush, and you can get any kind of cream blush, this color right here. It is, you want to take the color that you naturally flush, and you want to just put a tiny bit on your cheekbones. And when I say a tiny bit, a little bit goes a long way, and you just want to tap just a little bit of the pigment on your cheekbones and kind of blend it out with your finger. I'm going to use a small powder brush and just kind of blend that in and buff it down into the skin above and below the cheekbone itself. And that's going to give you a nice little flush and a slight contour, just to kind of look like you've been a little bit sun-kissed. And when I say use something that you flush naturally, it'd be like if you were in the sun, or if you got embarrassed and your cheeks got hot. It just gives you a nice, healthy, rosy glow. I like to add a tiny small bit of the pigment, just a little bit in the crease of my eye, and blend it out with my finger just to add a little bit more warmth to the eye area. Now, after you've done all of this cream work and gotten a nice rosy glow, sometimes you'll add a little bit more, a little bit less. I want to lock it all in with a powder. So you're going to use a setting powder, and I like to use a loose powder and use my damp beauty blender. I like to start out by just putting the loose powder underneath my eyes and on my eyes to set the foundation and concealer, and then work towards my T-zone, which is my forehead, my nose, my chin, just the places that I know that I'm going to get the oiliest, the fastest throughout the day, to kind of lock that makeup down and not to get real shiny throughout the day. And then I use the kind of the rest of the powder that's on the beauty blender to kind of powder everywhere else on my face. My temples, kind of down my neck, anywhere else that doesn't have powder already. I'm going to do my eyes in neutral tones because I just want to kind of shade the socket in the outside corner of my eye, and then just very lightly deepen the lash line with some it's a kind of a smoky, quartzy kind of color. And I'm just going to be using this palette right here I used a creamy kind of banana, like the inside of the banana color, matte shadow, and just put it all over my eyelid as a really good base to make the other colors kind of pop. You can use any shadows you like. For my crease shadow, I used a combination of 3 different eyeshadows. I used a khaki kind of color, a dark terracotta, and a light terracotta color, and I actually mixed them together on the same brush and worked that into the crease of my eye. And if you don't have a real defined crease, it's just where the socket bone is in your eye. So you just kind of work that back and forth, and I just created a deeper shadow on my eyelid with those 3 colors. Using the 3 colors, I went back in a few times, maybe 2 or 3 times, just to kind of deepen up that shadow a little bit. So it's just your preference. I went in with the deeper terracotta color just on the outer corner or V shape of my top eyelid and blended in a kind of triangle shape to deepen up that outer corner a little bit on both eyes. And then I took the same color with a smaller brush and warmed up the lower lash line on both eyes and the upper lash line on both eyes, just to give it a different type of shadowing to it, but not too dark, just a little bit warmer. Taking a clean fluffy brush, I just washed it over both eyelids to make everything blend together seamlessly. I used this as an all over wash. It's like just a flat brush. It's flexible, still got powder in it. Then I used this to kind of add a little bit more in the crease. It's a little bit more compact dome brush. Then I used this to do the under and top of my lash line, and then this just is quick blend all the colors together. For my eyeliner, I decided to use a real natural shadow. It's almost like a smoky gray kind of color, real matte, and I'm just pressing it in between my eyelashes, really close to the lash line, literally in between the eyelashes. I'm not creating any kind of winged look, just wanted to make my eyelash line look a lot thicker, to make my eyelashes appear thicker for a real natural look. On the bottom lash line, I did the same thing and created just little dots and dashes underneath the lash line. Any mistakes can be cleaned up real easily using your beauty blender since it's a powder shadow. I added a little bit more shimmer to my blush by adding a loose blush that has a peach shimmer to it, just on top of my cheekbones, and I actually blended it into my eyes as well to give a little bit of shimmer to my look, just for a little bit of fun, and creates a little bit of a highlight too. I always like to curl my lashes using an eyelash curler. It really makes your lashes stand out, and it reinforces when you add your mascara. I'm using a thicker mascara here. It's the Better Than Sex mascara. It makes my lashes really stand out and have a lot of volume to them since they're already very long. And I added that to the top and the bottom lashes. I ended up doing 2 coats on the top lashes and just 1 coat on the bottom lashes. For a natural lip look, you want to use a neutral lip liner, and for you, that's your neutral lip color. I have very pink lips, so my neutral lip color is a pinker lip tone. I'm lining my entire lips with the lip liner, starting on my bottom lip and going from the outside corner to the inside corner, and then I'm defining my natural bow that I have in the center of my lip and working out towards the edges of my lip. And then I'm going to fill in my lip with the lip liner, starting in the corners of my lip and working towards the center of my lip, and kind of having that melt into the lip itself. If your lips are dry, you can start off by putting a chapstick or lip balm that's clear, and then you can take your lip brush after you've done the lip liner and blend the lip liner into the lip gloss or chapstick that you have on to create that soft, natural lip. I'm going to add in a pink for my look today because I want to have that little bit of pop. A color that's in the same family as your natural lip tone, which mine is a pink color, a real rich pink. I'm going to go on the opposite side of that and put a pastel-y bubblegum pink, which is not what I wear all the time. I tend to wear really cool, deep, bright pinks or deep, rich reds or deep browns. So this is kind of something fun for me. I tried it out. It doesn't look too bad on my skin tone. I did that earlier. I'm using a brush. You can use your fingers. You can use the applicators they come with. I find that if you use it straight on, it's going to be too much color if you're just wanting to get a little wash of the lip gloss. So on the back of my hand, I used a little bit of the lip color, and I used actually a little bit of clear gloss and created the color that I wanted to put on my lips and blended it into my lip liner that I had on. And I really washed that down to a really, really nice gloss there, because when I first put it on, it was just way too dark. And then I just blended it into my lips and melted it into the color. So there you have it. This is the natural makeup look, and it doesn't look like my skin has a lot of makeup on it. To me, it doesn't, because I like to be able to still see my freckles coming through and my beauty mark, and you can actually still see a little bit of the imperfections in my skin. I have a lot of freckles on my nose. I kind of think they're cute. I mean, I'm sure it's sun damage, but from far away, it's just corrected just a little bit, enough to just look a little bit more poised and put. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and let me know what else you want to see me do. And if you have any ideas or questions, please comment below, and we'll try to get back to you. Thank you for watching, and I really hope you learned something, and I hope you feel great about yourself when you get ready and when you go into the world. Whether it's just putting moisturizer on to keep your skin hydrated, or whether you make sure you drink those glasses of water during the day, that's your goal. Or you have your Fitbit and you have a competition with somebody to see how many steps you walk. Make your health and beauty journey something that makes you feel good. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.